Are you ready for the Duel Links 5th anniversary that starts Tuesday next week? We are going to make sure that you have all the information you need to take full advantage on all the reward campaigns that come out. I'm Daily Kamel. Let's get right into it. So before we get into some of my tips for you guys, let's first go over what we know for a fact will be happening in the Duel Links 5th anniversary. Now, I'm referring to this picture that Konami released at their Jump Festa Yu-Gi-Oh! Information session. And this is where we found out that we will be receiving a Legend rarity, Monster Reborn. We found out it was Legend later in game a couple days ago. We'll also be receiving the mat and sleeves for the 5th anniversary, as well as 8 tickets that includes 1 Dream UR and 1 Dream SR, Prismatic, Glossy, and a regular. We will also be receiving the skill Destiny Draw Monster Reborn, which we believe will act as Destiny Draw, but for Monster Reborn, and it will allow you to draw it from outside of your deck, given that Monster Reborn on release will be a card that is added to the limited one Forbidden and Limited list. We'll also get 1,000 gems and a skill ticket that should be updated to allow you to receive the latest character skills. Along with the reward campaign rewards, we'll also be getting access to the 50% off gem sale, which I know is a staple in every free-to-play player's Duel Links year. They should be happening for the next month or so after the 5th anniversary campaign launches. Also, when the campaign launches, we will be getting access to the Magician Dark Paladin structure deck EX. We do not have a total card list on this structure deck yet. We only have these 4 cards guaranteed to be in it, so my guess is we won't be finding out anything about this up until the anniversary begins. But enough on that, let's get to what you guys can actually do right now to improve your chances of taking advantage of the anniversary. So my first tip for you guys is going to be something that we have long recommended on this channel that every single person do, and that is going to be make a new account. So you can see here I have a couple reasons up. The first is that new accounts have a ton of resources. If you've been playing Duel Links for some time, you have likely greatly underestimated the amount of resources that you have at your disposal as soon as you begin playing. You'll have about 5,000 gems to spend on whatever boxes that you want, and you will be getting a UR and SR Dream ticket from the anniversary campaign. And you'll be able to take advantage of all of the other coexisting anniversary campaigns at the same time. So let's say that there is, something that you were hesitating to get on your main account, or something that you just simply did not have the gems to commit to if you're not trying to spend money. Making a second account is a free and easy way, especially when you make a new account around anniversary time, to take advantage of everything all year round to make sure that you will be able to play anything you want at any time. I always tell people that the main pull of you making another account is that you will not be limited by the lack of resources that your current account is limited by. And the way Duel Links works, your resources are the only way that you're going to be able to afford new decks without spending money on them. So if you want to play new decks without spending money, I always suggest that you make a new account around anniversary time so that you can take advantage of all of the celebration campaigns throughout the year. So how do you make a second account? That's a question that we get pretty often. And to this, I'm going to say it differs between whether you are on mobile or on Steam. These are by no means the best ways to make a second account. This is what I personally use. When I am on mobile, I have an iPhone. Whenever I want to make a new account, I delete Duel Links and I reinstall it, and it lets me start off with a fresh slate. The only reason I delete Duel Links immediately is because I have a Konami account linked to my Duel Links main account already. This prevents my main account from being overwritten from deleting Duel Links. And then when I reinstall Duel Links, I'm given a fresh slate, which will allow me to just play from scratch. And then if that account suits my needs, if I feel like I've gotten lucky on it enough, I can sign that up with a different email in a different Konami ID, and I can, make sure that I can retain that account without, losing it trying to switch devices. If you are on PC and you play Duel Links via Steam, then I highly suggest that you use an emulator like BlueStacks to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. BlueStacks here, it lets you emulate Samsung, Android, and you can go over here, download any apps you want, and you can just straight up load up Duel Links from here, and it will play as if you are starting a brand new account. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into that because you know how it goes from there, but essentially, I believe that is the safest way to do it on Steam. If you try to do it the Steam way by making another account and logging in on Steam, there's a possibility that you get hit with this thing called a Steam lock, which prevents you from logging back into your main account on Steam after you have logged out of it and into a new Duel Links account. I really just would not mess around with logging out of your Steam account, and I would definitely recommend you use BlueStacks at all times for making a new account. Okay, so for my next tip, I wanted to come into the store because we have a couple things to talk about, and maybe it's a little like multi-tip section. So the first tip I have for you is I want everyone to carefully examine what it is your goals for Duel Links is going to be, right? What do I mean by that? I mean, what do you want to do? What decks do you want to build? You really want to start thinking of this when you have the most versatility of how you can spend your resources at your disposal. Remember, the 50% gem sale is here in Duel Links during celebration campaigns only. It only comes around 5 times a year, this being the first. And every half price gem sale, we get more boxes added to the half price gem sale. Right now, the last half price gem sale went up to Valhalla Calling. This next one, our new player helpers, thank you guys in the DLE Discord, they are predicting that we could have up to Masters of Shadow, possibly, around Soul of Resurrection to Masters of Shadow added to the half price gem sale, but we do not know for sure. So you definitely want to start thinking about whether you want to craft a new deck or if you want to go back and get some staples from any of the much older boxes here that have staple cards that you need, or if you want to get an archetype from one of these boxes and maybe an older archetype and build it out via support. So if you want to go after old cards, here's what you should look at. So my pick for a deck that you're going to want to look out for if you're looking to pick up a deck as a whole from the half price gem sale is going to be magnets. Magnets have been vastly improved in the past months since a lot of their bad matchups have been just disappearing from the meta. Lately, Harpies as well disappearing. Magnets are able to recycle and reuse resources constantly throughout the game and float consistently to make sure your opponent is unable to finish them off quickly, and so they can survive into the late game where they can absolutely pop off with powerful cards such as Berserkion as seen here and really good rank 3 Zs like Gorgonic Guardian. Now Guardians of Rock itself was in the last half price gem sale, so it will guaranteed be half price. But one very important card from Magnets that we're looking that we hope is half price is Magnetic Field. You are going to need many copies of this SR card in order to play Magnets, but Magnets is a tier deck right now and they have been proving their efficiency in tournaments by beating other tier decks pretty regularly. So Magnets is going to be my recommendation, but do not halt to go for do not let that stop you from going further back and picking up staple cards like Spirit Karibo. Divine Wrath is also good if you are playing discard decks right now. Cosmic Cyclone is also seeing some use now where you don't want people to have reusable spells or traps. It is very good against heroes. Floodgate has proven very useful as well in this new meta. However, we're going to talk about the Dream Tickets a little later. You don't want to get cards from the half price gem sale that you're also thinking about getting with your dream tickets. So for your half price gem sale, I'm definitely going to recommend that you build out an older deck that you want using the support that you can get from the half price gem sale. And then if you don't have enough dream tickets to get all the staples you need, then go for your staples. So that's old cards. What about new cards? New card alert. What am I looking for? Well, new cards are not going to be affected on the half price gem sale. There's no way, right? All these guys you're going to have to buy full price. But if you're someone coming to the game with new player gems, the new anniversary campaign gems, or if you're a returning player for the anniversary and you're looking for a newer deck to invest in, I'm going to say that Abyss Actor is looking like one of the most promising new Arc 5 Pendulum decks in the game at the moment. They've got a very good destruction effect. They're very consistent, allowing them to constantly recycle their scales and search new monsters, so you always have a play for the next turn. And the entire archetype is contained in this one mini box, Force of Infinity. Now, mind you, you will have to go into some other boxes to get the companion pieces for Abyss Actor, because Abyss Actor does benefit from many other Pendulum cards, such as Sky Iris from the first Pendulum box. So Abyss Actor can get very expensive very fast, because these Pendulum cards are spread out across a wide margin. So watch out for that. But, you know, if you don't have your eyes set on any specific very new deck or an old deck that you want to build out, I suggest you build any tier deck, bro, because the meta is going to absolutely, you know, shake up once Monster Reborn gets added into the game. All right, next. All right, next is going to be your dream ticket. Now, if you're someone who's been playing for the last year Duel Links, you've probably got quite a few of these. But if you're someone who only has one, you're going to be in quite the different situation. So this dream ticket does go up to the Eternal Stream main box, which I think the most notable UR from that box is Heroic Champion Excalibur. But Konami is telling you pretty readily that, boom, you are going to be able to get a card like Mystical Space Typhoon from this dream ticket. Now, dream ticket's a little different from the half price gem sale, just because you can only choose one UR/SR. So my tip for you here is, if you don't have a specific deck that you're going for, it's going to be to pick up staples each and every time. And Mystical Space Typhoon is the newest of these staples, and it's something that most, if not all, decks are running in some capacity. Basic back row removal with no cost is so huge in Duel Links, and MST is doing it right now. There are also a lot of cards with continuous effects in Duel Links being played right now. A lot of Pendulum decks are starting to pop off. Fiendish Chain is coming back as a card. MST deals with so much with no cost. I'm not trying to shill you on MST, but I'm just saying, when you are considering your dream ticket, consider what your account is lacking. If you do not have a back row removal card such as Cosmic Cyclone, Mystical Space Typhoon is the perfect card for you to pick up, because it doesn't have the cost and it's a very new card. You can save your half price gems, not having to go into Cosmic Cyclone. You can instead spend those gems on a new deck. And don't forget, of course, there's also other amazing cards available in the dream tickets, such as Forbidden Lands, which, you know, was doing Mystical Space Typhoon's job before it released. We also have Floodgate and Drowning. Such great dream tickets recommended for beginners. Konami really knew what they were recommending here. But yeah, just about any UR that comes out in Eternal Stream or before, you will be able to pick up. So my main tip for you is to prioritize staple cards, and then look at UR cards that you would need to finish a deck afterwards. Because if you are missing a card like Mystical Space Typhoon, it's become quite a literal staple for Duel Links accounts nowadays. So next tip. Okay, so my next tip is about selection boxes. Sorry for the crappy screenshot, you know, they're not here right now in the game. Boom. So selection boxes come around every single time that there is a celebration campaign, and selection boxes contain some new URs and SRs, but other than the, I believe, 2 new URs and 4 new SRs that are in every selection box. Correct me on the numbers in the comments, please, guys. What the selection box mostly contains are reprints from the last year of Duel Links. So when you are deciding if you want to buy a selection box, you should be thinking about 2 things. One is, what is the new selection box cover card, and is it so amazingly broken and so game-changing in Duel Links that I absolutely must have it, right? That's the first thing to think about. And 2, the next thing you have to think about is, how much can I really benefit from the reprints that are going to appear in this selection box? Because I can tell you for a fact, when you buy the selection box and you are someone who has been invested in Duel Links in the last year, and you've been buying all the boxes with gems or money, the selection box feels like a ripoff because you are getting so many reprints. So boom. When Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 World came out, we got a super mini, which you've never gotten before. So now we're definitely going to be getting a main selection box. And main selection boxes have a grand total of, correct me if I'm wrong, 16 ultra rare cards and 44 super rares in the box, and you're guaranteed a super rare or ultra rare with every pack, and those packs cost 200 gems. You should be able to buy a total of 12 packs from a selection main box via gems. After your first 12 packs, you will have to spend real life money on those packs. So you have a total of 2,400 gems that you can spend on the selection box. Now, there has been a recent leak that the current selection box card will be Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Look at my other video on the leak if you want to check him out. But think about the monster or the cover card of the selection box, and you really want to get thinking, is that something that you want to commit your guaranteed gems toward? The 2,400 gems, which you can spend on the selection box, you could be putting towards something else instead. You know, you could be grabbing things from the half price gem sale, you could be grabbing pieces of a new deck you want to build, or you could be grabbing this new exclusive card that at the moment is pretty unproven. So you always have to make that distinction when thinking about selection boxes. All of the older selection boxes, I highly recommend you simply ignore them, because all of the cards in the old selection boxes are most likely, if not all of them, are already under the half price gem sale, which means you'll be able to get these cards for cheaper. And some of the newer ones are pretty niche, such as, you know, Levianeer and Elemental Hero Stratos. They're very niche, so you won't be wanting to invest in them unless you want to build those decks. All right, that's enough for selection box. Let's get to one of the last parts of the anniversary you're gonna have to worry about. All right, now we're gonna look at a skill ticket, and this is what a skill ticket looks like once you click it in the game. If you'd like to know, it just allows you to search any skill that you do not have unlocked from any character and gives you the ability to unlock it. Now, Konami has been pretty good recently about keeping these skill tickets updated with the most recent character release before you obtain the ticket. So this ticket should allow you to get anything that you want. However, if you are a brand new player to Duel Links, I'm definitely going to recommend that you pick up Destiny Draw with your first skill ticket. I don't want you to be too afraid in wasting your skill ticket on Destiny Draw, because you will get skill tickets multiple times throughout the year, and Destiny Draw is by far the most versatile and widely used skill in Duel Links, and it's something that, you know, even if you're just playing a mediocre deck, that you'll be able to take advantage of right away. Most other decks that have very specific and very good skills, they're either level up skills or lifetime mission rewards, so you're not always going to have to worry about getting a drop skill. But Destiny Draw is a skill that only drops from you defeating legendary duelists and finishing PvP matches, and those skills can be extremely hard to farm because there is no great way to get them very quickly in Duel Links. So your best bet is going to be to save your skill ticket for the skill you know you want to use. If you already have something like Destiny Draw, then you definitely want to prioritize getting a skill that supports a deck that you want to play. Recently, Konami has been releasing many anime-related skills for decks. They pair a new deck and they give a new character one very good skill that goes with that deck. And when a new character comes out, sometimes their very good skill is a drop skill. Perfect example, I think that if I look it up here, you will see that Contract Procrastination is a drop skill. This was referred to as pretty much the only usable DDD skill on Declan Akaba, and now it's been nerfed, but it is a skill that you can only obtain from PvP duels and defeating legendary duelists, and this is the perfect example of something that you would pick up via your skill ticket, a skill that you can only unlock by random chance, and it is also the best skill on that character. You really don't want to waste this ticket because while you do get multiple of them throughout the year, it is pretty split apart, and your best option to get skills when you don't have a skill ticket is hitting up the skill lottery. And for you to have constant skill chips to hit up the skill lottery, you have to grind every single event that ever comes out in Duel Links to make sure that you can spam that skill lottery. So make sure you use your skill ticket wisely. It will save you a lot of headache throughout the year. My last tip for you guys is going to be to play consistently through the month of January. The anniversary campaign celebration events only take place about, I would say, a month to 6 weeks after the initial beginning of the campaign, and you want to be gaining as many resources, as many gems as you can, so that you can always make use of your gems in the most worthwhile places that you can put them. The half-price gem sale does not last forever, so you want to be getting as many gems, grinding as many gems as you can while the half-price gem sale is on, so you can make sure you can take advantage of everything you need so you can get all of your goals done. Also, later in the month, we'll be getting a new character, which will be Yuto, and he uses the Phantom Knights archetype, and he'll also be coming with a new skill, and the new box will probably be tied to him as well, so you're definitely going to be wanting to grind gems, save gems, if Phantom Knights is an archetype that you are looking towards building. But yeah, playing consistently Duel Links every day is something that many of you probably already do, but you really want to make sure that you are doing so in January. Konami usually brings the EXP boost event around for the anniversary as well, so that should help you a ton if you are playing consistently in January. And I think that might be it. So that's it, guys. Thank you for being here today. I just wanted to make sure that I got this video out because the anniversary is truly the best time for you to be playing Duel Links. And any new players that have been skeptical about playing Duel Links, this is the best time to get in because the most value is presented to you at this time. And this is the first event of the year, so you definitely want to hop on it so you can fully capitalize on every event that comes after this. We are going to have a ton of anniversary campaign content on the channel throughout the entire duration, with a ton of videos telling you guys how to spend your resources, what to do when you log in, and just how to get the most out of Duel Links, baby, because that is what it's all about. I've been Daily Kamal. Peace out, guys. I'll talk to you later.